Yo, yo, yo. Listen, check this out. First of all, I want to say thanks again for tuning into this channel. As you can see, I got help today. So we got a little bit of a special thing going on. This is my wife, Genesis. How are you?
We're good.
And the great thing is today's our anniversary. So we're actually cooking and baking for you guys. But I'm talking too much. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with what's going on our menu.
Well, for dinner, we're having a turkey smoked sausage potato soup / chowder because we make it a little thicker. So some of the things that we put in it is some canned white potatoes, smoked turkey, and then the broth will be chicken broth. And then I like to add a little touch for a little thickness in our meat, a little bit of mushrooms chopped up, and a little bit of bell peppers chopped up. And then a verse of seasonings. Some pepper, some garlic powder, some onion powder, some actual garlic, some adobo, some garlic herb seasoning, and throw in a little bit of oregano.
So, trust me, that meal is amazing. Wait till you see it. It's gonna really just bless you. You should taste it though. So right when we get done with that, I'm gonna come over here and we're gonna whip up an apple crisp. That's gonna be dessert. Now the thing is, I don't like using regular sugar, so instead of using sugar, we're gonna replace it with monk's fruit. All right. So the ingredients will be: we got apples, and it was actually handpicked by my wife.
Apple Farm.
Mm-hmm. We got whole grain flour.
Whole wheat
flour, sorry. Actually, I can't believe it's not butter, so it's actually plant-based, and it's only 60 calories per spoon. We have oats and honey. Again, we got the monk's fruit. We got the oats. Of course, you can use oats or granola. We got lemon juice. Of course, we got cinnamon. We got a little bit of brown sugar. And whipped topping. Now I like whipped topping because it's not as thick and it's whippy and it's less in calories, but you can still get that amazing taste buds. All right, so other than that, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
All right.
Here we go.
Time to get to chopping. Now, we're going to probably cut some of this video so you're not just watching me cut and chop up for 20 minutes. But I'll let you see a little bit. I like to cut it. Well, first I like to cut it in half, so I'm only working with one at a time. And then I like to cut it, and then to show you while I fast forward, I like to cut it in halves. So now you have 2 small pieces like this, and you do that with the whole thing. Okay? All right, now that we've chopped it all up and got our little half circles, half moons I like to call them, we're going to turn on our heat to make sure that our pan's getting a little hot, okay? Here we go. Come on with me. All right, so I like using my Dutch oven for this. It's just nice. We actually got it as a wedding present gift. Funny how. So I do have a gas stove, so I keep mine on about 5, which is about a medium. We're going to let that heat up just a little bit, and then I'll get back with y'all. All right? Now, make sure you're wiping down and cleaning off your cutting board and your knife before you start cutting something else, because that's nasty. We don't like to cross-contaminate. Also, make sure you're wiping off your vegetables. As you see, I already pulled them out and wiped them down. You only need like 5 to 6 of these, and you just kind of do a rough chop. Nothing crazy. You don't need it to be super big or super small. Just a rough chop. Okay. All right. See, we're all done. We'll put these aside for now, and then we'll get to the bell peppers. All right, we finished chopping. We're going to start putting our meat in so that it can start browning. I put a little olive oil in there just to make sure it doesn't burn too much. And then we're going to plop all of it in there and let that simmer for a little bit. All right, I'm going to start chopping up the other things that I need in my soup now. The next thing I'm going to chop up, which you don't have to see because you know how to chop up bell peppers. Thank you, honey. I'm sorry, I forgot the word. So I won't have that on camera. They're super small and super, super, super thin. It really just gives that flavor. All right, bell peppers in the cup. All right, now we're going to put this in the pot. Nice. So now I usually add my chicken broth after this point. Now, usually I add half of this, but I only have this much of this, so I have to open another can. We're going to put all of this in there and like a third of this. All right, for this last part, this is just to help thicken your soup. Now, if you like your soup a little bit runny, then that's fine. You can leave it like this, let it simmer for a little bit, and absorb those flavors. I like mine a little thicker. So I get half a cup. A little more than a half because I didn't scrape it. Sprinkle it. And then you want to stir and move it over to your simmer pile. All right, well, I'm missing something, but yes, thank you, honey. Potatoes. Add those in, drain them. And that is the basis of your soup. Now we'll add the seasonings. Add at your own discretion. I like a lot of seasoning. If it ain't covered, it ain't seasoned. All right, now I'm going to move it over to simmer. Put that lid on it and let it sit for like 5 minutes. Now your soup is done. Now time for dessert.
All right, next is if you guys have ever seen something like this is called a core. What it does is you actually put it, come a little closer. If you put it on top of the apple like this and you mesh it down like that, see what happens? You mesh it down and it spreads open. So you're able to get the core out. You ain't got to worry about the seeds. That right there. So this is the core part. Right there. It's no good. All right. I'm going to hit small pieces. You can go smaller. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure this oven good and tight. So we're going to come on over here. I want you to set the oven on. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit it on bake. It's already on 350. We're going to hit start. All right, so we're going to let that warm up and then we'll be ready to go. So next, we're going to take this here. We're going to take the apples and we're going to actually put them into the container. Now, this is based on how many apples you want. Because actually, it's going to take about 2 of these containers. But so my wife, yep, there we go right there. See, best wife ever. Best wife ever, right?
He's trying to get brownie points, y'all.
Is it working though? Is it working? All right, we needed to work. Come on, man, we needed to work. All right, so we're gonna put those because I like apples. You like apples? You make many as you want. You can make this dessert big as you want it to be, right? All right, so we get these in there. All right, here we go. All right, next step. Here we go. So we're gonna take these right here. And we're gonna just put this aside. That aside right there. All right. So now what we're gonna do is again, instead of real sugar, monk's fruit. You should try this. Monk's fruit. All right, 100% cane, 0 calories, all of the above. Right here, monk fruit. So we're gonna get 2 tablespoons of monk fruit. Huh? All right. All right, now we're gonna do 3 teaspoons of cinnamon. Now you can actually do more cinnamon. I like cinnamon, so you don't have to be 3. You can, if you want to do a little more, feel free to do so. Okay. There we go, right there. All right. And last, we're gonna do the lemon juice. So lemon juice, you're gonna actually do 1.5 teaspoon. There you go, and drop. And then you're gonna do 1/2 tablespoon. And drop. There we go. All right, next, want to mix this up. There we go, right there. There we go, right there. Mix it real good. All right, so we got the apples out of the way for right now. Now it's time to actually deal with the crust and the crisp. All right, so the first thing we want to do is we want to do 1 cup of brown sugar. All right, so 1 cup of brown sugar. All right, then you want to do 3/4 of oats. Now remember I said you can do oats or granola. So we're gonna do a little bit of both. All right. So the reason why I'm doing both because I like both. I like oats, but at the same time I still want that crunch, which is why I'm doing both. There we go. We're gonna have about the same in here. So for those who like that crunch, and for those who like that soft texture, it's totally up to you. All right. So next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 3/4 of the flour. Here we go. So this is whole wheat flour. 3/4. We go 1, 2. Oh, get it right, Mondale. Get it right. There you go. All right, we finally got it. All right, so and we got the cinnamon. We got 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Again, I love cinnamon, so you can go just a little bit. Yeah, we go right there. And then last, you got 1/2 cup of butter. Now again, this is butter. Can't believe it's not butter, but it's only around like 50 and 60 calories. It's plant-based. So you want to get this here. There you go, right there. There you go. This is kind of like my favorite part, but not my favorite part. It could get messy, but my favorite part about this is I like to lick the stick. I know. Here we go. So now, thing is, you're gonna sing a little dry at first. This is the crumb it's supposed to be. But if you want to add a little more oil or whatever you want to add based on your preference, feel free to do so. See, it's already looking like crust, that crisp, which is how I like it. All right, let's mix. All right, next, getting ready for the pan. So this is non-stick. So it won't stick right there. It's on right there. All right. Next, we're gonna put in the apples.
Here you go, honey.
Ah, thanks, man. My wife is amazing. I swear, she just amazing. Happy anniversary, baby girl.
Happy anniversary.
All right, here we go. Oh yeah, 2 years, by the way. If you're wondering, we have been married for 2 years. So I like mine, thick and compact. And I'm gonna pat it down like this. Pat it down. There we go. Next, all right, we're putting on the crust. So you want to make sure that the crust is all even. You want to like spread it out, with the crust even all the way through. Yeah, that's amazing right there. There we go. All right, last but not least, we're going to the oven. Don't forget, it should be on 350. So we're gonna sit this in here for about maybe 40 to 50 minutes. There we go. We're gonna shut it up. Voila. So after baking and cooking, this meal was amazing. Hope you guys enjoy. Happy Thanksgiving. Much love to the bakers.